back to the channel. Guys, I can't believe this. Oh my gosh. The ThunderCats Wave 11 has just been dropped on super7.com and is available for pre-order on Entertainment Earth. I'll have links in the description below where you guys can pick these guys up because these are some crazy mixes of mainline characters and some really deep cuts, but incredibly important deep cuts, and I think you guys will agree. These guys are ones not to be missed. Guys, check it out. Behind me, there is my Geek Proud t-shirt. That's right, guys. If you're interested in picking this up, it is available for pre-order right now on my merch store. I will have links in the description below where you can pick up this, as well as some mugs and additional versions of this t-shirt, including a Mega J Retro specific t-shirt. I think you guys are going to love it. Without further ado, guys, let's take a deep dive into this and see what was dropped on super7.com and available pre-order on places like Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store. Let's have a look. Guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my good friend Alejandro Valdez, who's a great friend of the channel. He sent me this picture early this morning, and I gotta tell you, my mind was absolutely blown away. Oh my gosh, guys, the next wave of ThunderCats from Super 7 Ultimates has been announced, and I gotta tell you, this is just an entire wave of deep freaking cuts. I mean, there are some mainline characters here, but for the most part, it's a mix of deep cuts and mainline, and I'm really excited by everything here, really. So let's take a deep dive into this and see exactly what was announced on super7.com, because this is amazing for ThunderCats fans. ThunderCats ho, everybody. Super 7 is really killing it for the ThunderCats line. I don't think any other company other than LJN has gone this deep with ThunderCats. Every other version or attempt has kind of fallen short, and I really got to tip my hat to Super 7 for going this deep, this hard. Scrolling down from the Super 7 ThunderCats page, oh my god, there they are, everybody. There are the Wave 11 ThunderCats, and I am I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. This is crazy. Finally, we're getting some Berbils. Oh my gosh, guys, this is crazy. And some really deep cuts, which I wasn't expecting, at least not this early. There are a lot of other figures I was expecting before these guys, but no matter what, this is a lot of fun. Let's dive into this right away because this is something that we cannot miss. The first character which really caught my attention and is a really deep cut is Claudus. Oh my gosh, everybody. Claudus is being made for the ThunderCats Ultimates line. Wow. For those of you who don't know, Claudus is the father of Lion-O. That's right, guys. We've only ever seen Claudus in a handful of episodes, the most important one being a dream sequence kind of idea. It was more of a hologram, but the way Thundarian holograms work is they literally draw you into the space, almost like a fourth dimension or you know, a virtual reality kind of situation, which was amazing. Here we have Claudus, and he is stunning. Oh my goodness. He really looks like he jumped off of the cartoon screen. That stoic face, a slightly more determined face, and you know what? I sort of like this one a lot better. You know, they've been doing these facial expressions which are like really growly faces, and I don't know, they just didn't really match the characters 100%. Of course, the ThunderCats, when they're determined and are fighting for, you know, their lives, of course they're going to get really feral and, you know, growling. But I don't know, in the series, that's not how I felt the ThunderCats should be. So seeing a more determined face like this with Claudus really kind of hits me somewhere, and I really do accept it, as he really does look the part of a aged and wise leader, and originally the first in line for the throne of Thundera. Of course, Lion-O taking that over, since Claudus did not make it out of Thundera, as he sacrificed himself to help other Thundarians make it out alive. What's not known to a lot of people, just by looking at the package, is that Claudus is actually blind. He cannot see, or at least, I think he might be visually impaired, but in the episode, it really was apparent that he couldn't see, which is one of the reasons why one of the accessories he has is actually a walking stick. That's right, he has a walking stick, and I can't remember what this is. I think it was a scroll, a holding device for the scrolls of Thundera, or something along those lines. Somebody can correct me in the comment section below. I'm pretty sure good friends of the channel, We Want More ThunderCats, will be able to enlighten us as to what this is. He has two swappable hands, as well as the hologram generator, the actual history of the ThunderCats, which was something that Lion-O actually had to well, fight, but actually arm wrestle a caveman, a wild man, if you will, for the honor of taking the artifact from. Sort of claiming it as a prize, if you will. It was actually a really fun episode, a way of not having to go toe to toe with somebody, but still at the same time, besting them in combat. A sort of arm wrestling challenge, which was a lot of fun. It was a really great episode. Claudus looks absolutely stunning here. And I love that determined face. The way he really embodies the leadership of the Thundercats is captured within this determined look. Again, he is blind, but at the same time, he still has the fierce determination as a leader of the Thundercats. I love the overall getup. It is very Thundarian in its overall nature. And it's interesting that he should be wearing this type of clothing, considering the fact that in the first episode, we actually found out that Thundercats don't really need clothing. But at the same time, seeing Claudus here in fully garbed really does remind me so much of the overall character as a whole. Here he is standing in front of the hologram generator, the history of the Thundercats. I love it, guys. This is amazing. Claudus comes with everything that you see here. He comes with that stoic face, the more determined face, the wonderful getup that he's designed with, and I do love this outfit. It looks so Thundarian and actually sort of reminds me of the Cat's Lair in some regard. I mean, you see the shoulder pads, you see the big chest. Yeah, I can actually honestly believe that this has some sort of Thundarian architecture, the cues at least of them. He has a single gauntlet on the left-hand side, and that's interesting to see there. It was very prominent in the original episode. His suit goes all the way down towards his legs to his boots. He has 4 swappable hands, 2 splayed out hands, 2 slightly gripping hands, and 2 holding hands. He comes with his walking stick, and as I said, I think that is a cylindrical tube, which was actually hidden inside of the capsule, holding some additional secrets for Lion-O. I believe it was a note for his son. Again, somebody can correct me in the comment section below. Hey guys, Future J jumping back in here. What was actually in that capsule was the schematics for the mutant Warbot. And that was a really interesting point in the episode, seeing Lion-O reunited his father. And sort of brings up a question about Kano. What happened to Kano? Claudus, his trusty, companion Kano. Where is he? It's going to be interesting how they solve this little riddle, because if you're going to release Claudus, you might as well release Kano. And wouldn't that have been a really good idea for a bonus? I don't know. And then, of course, the hologram generator itself, beautifully rendered here in 3D. It comes on its own pedestal, and I don't think that either of these two actually remove. I hope they do, actually. So that is a wonderful addition to this set. I love it. The next figure in the line is a very deep cut, as I barely remember this character at all. It is the Royal Thundarian Guard. Honestly, I'm hard-pressed to even remember who this is. It's probably from a flashback episode. Future J jumping in again, guys. I don't know how I forgot this, but it's the exact same episode, the Return to Thundera, that Claudus appears in. So, yeah, color me stupid. I know that we want more Thundercats, and our good friend Jorge over at ThunderCats Classics are definitely going to be able to identify this character, but for myself, I barely remember this guy. He looks amazing, though. He shares the same buck, I believe, as many of the Thundercats, including, of course, Pum-Ra, which I think is a direct reference to this character, but he looks absolutely incredible. He has more of a lion's face compared to Pum-Ra's face, but I love the way they've fully rendered this figure in this form. He has a very stoic look, and again, a bit more of a determined look, but it doesn't look too outrageous like some of the earlier Thundercats that were released in the Super 7 line. I love the way he's positioned in this pack out, and it seems like he has several weapons and accessories. There they are, everybody, the Thundarian Guards. Obviously, you can put a number of these together, as this is exactly the way they looked in the series from what I can remember, and I can barely remember them. They look amazing standing here in front of Cat's Lair. I love the big ears, the more feline face. I mean, it definitely is harkening towards a lion-esque character, maybe a mountain lion, if you will. The Thundarian symbol right in the front of the tunic that they're wearing is just beautiful, and the overall design of the character is very generic, but at the same time unique in the way he looks. He has that wonderful spear, more of a halberd actually, and moving up further, he's got those crazy boots which go all the way up to his knee. The Thundarian Guard comes with everything that you see here. He comes with that halberd, staff, the 2 swappable faces, the figure himself, a sidearm blaster, more of a longer, almost shotgun type of weapon, and he comes with 2 additional swapped hands. He comes with the holding hands, which are already attached, the slightly gripping hands, and 2 pointing fingers, which is interesting. The next figure is a mainline character, and I think a lot of people have been waiting for this. Oh my gosh, everybody. Continuing the Lunataks is the leader of the Lunataks herself, Luna and Amok. Oh my gosh, everybody. This is crazy. These two are quite the pair, and is definitely going to be a deluxe size figure. I mean, look at the price compared to the others. All the other figures are $55. Luna and Amok are $85 freaking dollars. But you would expect that, considering that Amok is more of a vehicle in a lot of ways. But of course, he is himself a wonderful character in the series. Let's take a look at this, everybody. There are Luna and Amok, and I gotta tell you, this is an amazing set, bar none. Lunataks are close to being completed, guys. Holy crap. The mainline figures are coming fast and furious, and I love it. Zooming in closer, we can actually see the entire pack out here as it is presented in its packaging. And I really do love the fact that Luna and Amok are finally coming to the ThunderCats. I've been waiting a long time to see these two realized in plastic figure form, and it's going to be so much to finally get these guys into the collection. Luna and Amok are very much like a mother and son. They have that type of relationship where Luna is a little bit smaller in stature and has a hard time getting around because of her small size, and Amok being her guardian and, as I said, almost like a son type of character, protects Luna, but at the same time also acts as her transportation, her ability to move around, as Luna, in her stunted form, as we'll find out much later in the series, spoilers ahead, is not able to move around as freely as she would if she was her full size. Amok is just absolutely massive. Look at the size of him, just literally dwarfing, and I do mean dwarfing, Luna. But of course, Amok himself is a formidable foe. All of the Lunataks have to stay in line whenever Amok is around, because Amok will not tolerate any disrespect to Luna, and he is definitely one ferocious fighter if you really get him riled up. Luna and Amok come with everything that you see here. Holy crap, this is one deluxe set for sure. We have Luna, again, small in stature, but we'll find out more about that, I think, in her next release. Fingers crossed. She has 2 swappable heads. One is, again, a little bit more determined, a little bit more ferocious. The other one is a bit stoic and thoughtful. Amok has 3 faces, which is pretty cool. His rather standard face for Amok is a bit more, frowny, but at the same time, standard look for Amok. He has a very, very determined face, almost snarling in its overall appearance. And what's really cute is he does have a fun face, which is awesome. I really do appreciate that about Amok, showing his true nature, which should be of a playful young character overall, as he is a more of a younger Lunatak. Luna has an additional set of swapped hands, 2 sets of them actually, slightly gripping hands, holding hands where she can hold her baton, and a pointing figure as well as another gripping hand, which is kind of interesting. Amok comes with several sets of swappable hands as well, 2 slightly gripping hands, the fists, which is usually the way he's positioned on the floor, and 2 slightly sprawled out hands, which he can use to hold Luna in his palms, which is a lot of fun. Luna and Amok are the most expensive in the line at $85, but is it any wonder? Amok stands at 6 inches tall and over 8.5 inches wide from the tip of his tail to the front of his face. That's crazy, everybody. And if you were to actually stretch out his arms, he'd be even longer. The final figure in this wave is someone which we've been waiting for ever since Wave 1, to be perfectly honest with you guys. And with the release of the ThunderCats Cat's Lair, it's about time that we finally got ourselves a Berbil, everybody. That's right, Robear Bill, the first Berbil ever to be created for the Ultimates line, is finally here. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting forever for Robear Bill, or any of the Berbils. This is going to be so much fun, everybody. Here is Robear Bill in his packaging, and he looks amazing. Oh my gosh. We can see a host of different accessories that he comes with. It looks like he comes with a torch, 2 different versions of it, an actual physical torch, and the other one is a lamp. I think that's a piece of candy fruit. It's hard to tell at this angle. Robear Bill looks so freaking cute, man. Oh my gosh, I love it. There he is holding on to that single torch in front of the cat's lair, which he helped to build. This is something I've been waiting for ever. We need more Berbils, and of course, with Robear Bill, we are almost guaranteed to get the entire village of Berbils. I love the way he looks, the fur on top of the robotic body. Just such a wonderful juxtapositioning of almost organics and technology. It really is interesting how the creators of ThunderCats, Rankin and Bass Studios, really came up with these ideas. I love it. It's just a mad idea, but it works so well together. Robear Bill's face looks so reminiscent and almost as if it's jumping out of the cartoon screen. This is what I've been waiting for. Robear Bill, the Berbils, are finally coming, everybody. Robear Bill comes with everything that you see here. He comes with a more upset face. This is the way Berbils look when they're upset. Their eyes start glowing red, which is a lot of fun. It also has the little piece which indicates that he's actually speaking. He comes with that lamp. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is a piece of candy fruit. Somebody can correct me in the comment section below. He also comes with the blueprints, or in this case, the white prints, of the cat's lair and how to build this behemoth. So that's a really wonderful addition, and of course signature to the character, as this was featured in a few episodes. Robear Bill himself looks incredible, as I mentioned earlier. That juxtapositioning of robotics and organics, I love it. He also comes with several different swapped hands, 2 splayed out hands, 2 fists, 2 slightly gripping hands, and 2 just slightly splayed out hands. It really does, more relaxed hands, if you will. And this is beautiful. I do love the way he looks. He also comes with that small dagger, which Lion-O mistaken as a threatening weapon when it was actually being used to help them come down from one of their traps. The torch as well is wonderfully designed, and I love how this overall pack-out looks. We're finally getting Berbils into the collection, everybody. Holy crap. Wave 11 looks so impressive, everybody, and we can't forget that if you order it directly from Super 7, there is a super bonus pack. If you pre-order all 4 figures on super7.com, it does come with a super bonus pack. The super bonus pack includes several unique weapons specific to each character, and I'd be hard-pressed to figure out which ones are which, to be perfectly honest with you. I think the long staff axe belongs to the Thundarian Guard, if I'm not mistaken. The blaster can probably be used by any of the characters, the Thundarian Guard. I don't see how Claudus would actually use that. He's sort of visually impaired and blind. I find it hard to believe that the Berbils would actually be using any of that, but it is interesting to think of. There is a flail, which again, I think can be used by multiple characters, either the Thundarian Guard, perhaps Amok, which I can't really see him using it. Again, I can't see Claudus using it very often, but perhaps the Berbils could be using it to defend themselves. I really can't see that, though. The satchel, I believe, is actually specific to Claudus, although I could be wrong. It might actually be a satchel for Robear Bill to collect candy fruit. There is also a remote control, which I do believe is part of the hologram projector, so I believe that one is actually specific to Claudus. I'm pretty sure some people are going to tell me exactly what these are, and the fact that I'm an idiot and don't know this stuff, but at the same time, it's really hard to figure out who's owning what in this collection, although 3 of the weapons can actually be used by the Thundarian Guards, and of course Amok or even Luna, whereas 2 of them would probably be well suited towards Berbils and of course Claudus. Guys, Wave 11 has hit the Super 7 website for pre-order. Don't sleep on these ones, guys. These are some deep cuts, but as well important mainline characters, and you don't want to miss out on these guys, as it seems more likely that Super 7 is going to start cutting production, as many companies seem to be going that direction to save costs. So guys, if you are in on any of these figures, pre-order them right now. I will have links in the description below for these figures on Entertainment Earth. It helps out the channel, guys, and I really do appreciate it. ThunderCats Wave 11 is available for pre-order right now on super7.com. ThunderCats are on the move. ThunderCats are loose. The toy news just keeps on coming, guys. This is absolutely incredible. And on the heels of heading over towards Joe Fest 2024, where Super 7 is going to have a booth there, I really, really, really hope that we're going to be able to see some very early prototypes of the Berbils, Amok and Luna, Claudus, and of course the Thundarian Guards. Holy crap. If we even see some test shots of these, I think my mind will absolutely be blown away. I don't think it's going to happen, though, because these are early renders of these figures. But wouldn't it just be amazing just to see even a glimpse of a small little Burbil? Oh, I'm so excited, guys. The Lunataks are being rounded up very, very quickly. Luna, of course, is the third Lunatak to be announced, and we are only 2 more Lunataks away from the original set. I think there's only Red Eye and Tugmug left. It's going to be crazy. And of course, Tugmug, having a very big history with the Sword of Omens, is going to be a lot of fun. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, what are your thoughts about the Wave 11 figures for ThunderCats Ultimates being dropped on Super7.com and available for pre-order. Are you guys excited as I am for these wonderful characters? Some really, really deep cuts in Claudus and the Thundarian Guard, but very important nonetheless. And of course, Amok and Luna, as well as the Berbils. We've been waiting so long for the Berbils. Are you going to be putting your hard-earned cash down for these figures? Or are you going to be very, very picky in which ones you pick, as it's more important to you that you get Luna and Berbils versus Claudus and the Thundarian Guard, which you can kind of set aside as money is becoming very, very tight. And Luna and Amok are a whopping $85 for the pair. Let me know those comments in the comment section below, guys. If you are interested in picking up some Mega J Retro merch, I do have a link in the description below where you can pick up this shirt as well as others, and even a wonderful mug which you can have your early cup of coffee or tea in the morning to wake you up, get your Geek Proud morning started, and of course having your good friend Mega J Retro pushing you in the morning to get your morning started. I really appreciate all the love and support, guys. Thank you so much for everything you guys have done, especially watching the episodes, and all the supporters of the Mega J Retro channel. You guys mean the world to me, especially my channel members and Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. Guys, if you are in the position to help the channel, please check out my Patreon page. It's Mega J Retro on Patreon. Guys, the patrons and channel members of this channel help me make wonderful episodes every single week, and I couldn't do it without them. They are the best. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. It really means the world to me. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, and as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. ThunderCats! Ho! Good journey, everybody. Geek proud.